had a friend of mine in school. This was years and years and years ago. I had a friend of mine in school, and I was living on Cleveland Avenue at the time
In
in
Ohio.
in Ohio, right? And I was in school still, and I had this friend. He said, "I know 3 words that'll invoke a demon." And back then, I was a big time skeptic, and I'm like, "Yeah, right. You're so full of shit," you know. And he's like, "No, no, dude, I really do know 3 words that'll invoke a demon." And I'm like, "All right, dude, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll set everything up in my room, and
Yeah.
then you can do it." So I gathered up a bunch of fellow skeptics because, like I said, I was a skeptic at the time. So I got about 4 or 5 skeptics, and we went to my place, and I set my room up. I
Right.
locked all the windows. Motley Crue, the interior sleeve of Motley Crue's album was a pentagram. So I was already set. So I just took the sleeve out of the Motley Crue album, put it down, and put a candle at each corner.
Right.
I put Super Czar on the turntable. Okay. So I had spooky music,
Right.
and I got and we lit the candles. And then my friend comes over, and we locked the door behind him. So now all the windows are locked, the door is locked, and I've got Super Czar playing on the turntable, and I got the candles all lit and the pentagram on the
Oh,
floor. I'm ready to rock and roll. And I
right.
said, "Okay, dude." I said, "Okay, dude, say those 3 words." He said the 3 words, and I shit you not, this big gust of wind starts blowing in the room. The temperature drops at least 30 or 40 degrees. It got super cold in there, and everybody starts freaking out. I was freaking out because the wind's whipping. Wind's whipping so hard I thought it was going to blow out the candles, but it didn't. And it's like, oh shit, what in the fuck have I done? you know. And I'm like, what are we talking about here? He said, "Yeah, it's a real demon." And I'm like, "Oh my god." And
That's insane.
about the time he said that, there's 2 beady little red eyes showing up in the corner of my room, and it's like, oh, that's not good.
Holy shit. And
And
you weren't
so
smoking. You weren't
and
smoking any marijuana.
no, 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 there was
Nothing,
nobody,
no
no
alcohol.
alcohol, no drugs, no, no, totally sober. Totally straight and sober. But yeah, so these 2 little beady eyes start showing up, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" And the only thing I knew at the time was Christianity. So I grabbed the
Right.
Bible. I said, "All right, I'll grab a Bible. Maybe I can find the Lord's Prayer or some shit, and maybe scare this thing off." So I grab a Bible, and I'm sitting there frantically, and this thing's starting to form. Okay, this
Right.
the smoke is in the corner of my room, is starting to swirl like he's trying to manifest, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I'm working
Huh?
harder. Couldn't find the Lord's Prayer, so I dropped the Bible. I don't know why. I guess in frustration, I dropped it, and it automatically opened the Lord's Prayer. I shit you
Oh,
not. I shit you
okay.
not. So I sit there and I read the Lord's Prayer, and he's still manifesting, and I'm like, "Uh oh."
Oh my
And then
God.
and then and then and then something really strange happened. Something came over me. I don't know what. And I all of a sudden I got angry. And I said, "Listen, pal, this is my room. You get the fuck you know." And when I said that, he dove into the pentagram and was gone.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
and when he left, the wind stopped blowing. The cold, it turned back to a normal temperature after I thawed out. I
Wow.
had to thaw out, man. It got cold in there, but I thawed out.
Is that when you like started to think about paganism?
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, well, so that was a big awakening for me.
Yeah.
That was,
I'm sure.
and of course, when you stare down something like that, because I'm nose to nose with this motherfucker. Okay,
Right.
I'm nose to nose with him. When you stare down and you could smell the sulfur, you could smell the smoke, you could smell like rotting flesh and rotten eggs and all that. But you could smell that shit coming off of this dude. I mean,
That's insane.
it changes you. You know, you're never
Oh
the
my
same.
God.
You're never the
I
same.
mean, I
And
can't even imagine. I can't even
but yeah,
imagine.
it was an experience. One thing's for sure, I never invited that guy back.
No. Oh God.
Yeah, and I never invited him back. But now the skeptics that were in the room, they weren't skeptics anymore, and neither was I.
I'm sure they
You know,
weren't.
yeah, so that was a game changer for sure. And
Wow.
but it was interesting when I said the Lord's Prayer. It didn't do shit. It just kept forming. It didn't
And
leave.
that's when you
It didn't
knew that
it didn't leave until I
paganism
got
was,
angry.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It
that,
didn't do shit until I got angry and exercised my authority. Because I mean, it
right.
was my room. It was my room. That was my room. I had every right to tell him to leave, and and it left. So I mean, you know, you have to think about that, because I mean, that was pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Coming
it,
for
it makes sense. Like
coming for
you're,
you, Phil.
like that moment, your turn to paganism makes sense to me.
Yeah. Well, and everyone has to reapply for SNAP soon. No, you don't.
Oh my
I told you
God.
my SNAP is good until May of next year, dude.